Good morning and welcome to our International Women's Day discussion. We're discussing the women of innovation. At SLASPA, it's so important that we recognize the women who work with us and their contribution and achievements to what makes the authority what the authority is. International Women's Day, which is always celebrated on the 8th of March, is officially recognized by the United Nations in 1977. And International Women's Day first emerged from the activities of the labor movements at the turn of the 20th century in North America and across Europe. Since those early years, International Women's Day has assumed a new global dimension for women in developed and developing countries. It is a day that recognizes women for their achievements without regard to divisions with a national, ethnic, linguistic, cultural, economic, or political. Now, this year's theme is a very interesting one. It's one that is so relevant and one that is so important, and it is digital innovation and technology for gender equality. And it really speaks about how digitized, if I should say, the world has become. Today we have a very exciting discussion, one that I'm ready to tackle. And I have three lovely ladies here who are all products of the St. Lucia Air and Seaports Authority, and their roles really fall under this theme. I think that you guys are the perfect ladies to really have for this discussion. We have Ms. Darlene Seeley, who's an air traffic controller. We have Ms. Malua Ray Jones, who's our junior applications developer, and Ms. Joanna Duncan, who's the digital communications officer. Now just think about it. These roles in themselves, they make you curious and you would want to know a little bit more about what they do. So ladies, I do not want to speak more, but I want you to be able to introduce yourself. So even before we speak about what International Women's Day means to you, I want you to just say a little bit about who you are. Darlene, would you like to start?
Sure. Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Darlene Tilly, and I'm an Air Traffic Control Officer 1 at the Eronora International Airport. I have been an air traffic controller from, you could say, 2018. I trained in 2017 in Trinidad and Tobago, and I officially became an air traffic controller in 2018. So from since then, I've been fortunate enough to work at both George Charles Airport and at Eronora, but right now I'm currently stationed at Eronora International Airport as an Air Traffic Controller 1.
Hi everybody, my name is Malua Ray Jones and I'm currently the Junior Applications Developer here at SLASPA. My role entails the development, implementation, and maintenance of various applications. And I use various tools in order for SLASPA to get to a more digitized pace. I've been with SLASPA for 6 years. I recently got my bachelor's in information technology, and I was able to start off my career and join the information systems department.
Awesome. Ms. Duncan?
Hi, so my name is Joanna Duncan, and I'm the Digital Communications Officer for SLASPA. I've worked with the authority for about 6.5 years, and I was the first digital communications officer for SLASPA. My role entails social media management, so I run the YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook for SLASPA and the Iron Roller Lounge.
Awesome. Now, only hearing them alone under the roles that they have at SLASPA, they're heavy roles, some of them that not many people know about, and some that I know for sure we could speak so much on when we speak about gender equality and digital and innovation and, of course, technology. So what I want to start with, though I gave a bit of a synopsis on what really and truly International Women's Day is, I want to know, what does International Women's Day, the theme for this year, what does that theme mean to you? Digital innovation and technology for gender equality. What does that theme mean to each of you?
Okay, the theme, digital innovation and technology for gender equality. I believe technology can play a significant role in reducing some of the gender inequalities. For example, you think of women at work. Sometimes women may have to miss work, probably to stay home to care for their children, young children, probably those who are sick or they don't have a caretaker. I think technology has allowed, women to work from home and care for their children at the same time. So in that light, I look at technology as a good thing because technology it has probably curbed the gap, or what I would say. It has given women a chance to not necessarily have to choose between having a career and the traditional roles of being a woman, a mother.
The theme for me, development of technology, is equal to access to information, which for me is a big thing. Women now have the ability to access information and educate themselves on gender rights and access formal information so that they can start up their careers. Just like I did, they can do it online, they can do it face-to-face. With education, like I said, you're able to access information on gender rights. You're able to educate yourself on as a woman, what you should have access to. So you should have access to education. You should be able to work in a workplace and not face discrimination because you're in a certain role. You should be able to fight for your rights, fight for equality in your organization. And so for me, when I think of the theme, that's what it leads me to.
Okay, so the theme is important for me as it gives a platform for those who run the different platforms. It gives a face to the voice behind the brand. So that's what I think the theme does for me.
I liked what Joanna said, the voice behind the brand. That is such an awesome thing. And Joe, you were saying that, and it reminds me so much of Slasper, because so many times people see the Slasper logo and people, and they see it on social media, but in truth and in fact, who knows the voice behind that brand? So I'm so happy that you said that. Now, straight out of what you guys have stated, and Meloa, you made a very significant statement where you said that with technology, women are now able to go online, pursue their goals, pursue those dreams. And the harsh reality is that sometimes some women don't do that. And sometimes women don't have access to do that. So I want to know, what makes you a woman of innovation? What really makes you a woman of innovation, and what will inspire another woman, like these women that you wouldn't mind going online and looking for that information to maybe look at your path? But the first thing that I would want you to answer is, what makes you, Meloa, or Joanna, or Darlene, a woman of innovation?
From my research and from what I recall, innovation is the ability to make a change to something that is already there. And so as a programmer, as a woman that went into the technical field, it's not something that's very common. You don't expect, when I tell people, I'm a programmer, they're like, you don't look like a programmer. And I'm like, what does that look like? So as an innovative woman, I think that the fact that I'm even in the role already makes me an innovative woman. But my day-to-day role as a junior programmer, creating projects from scratch and taking Slasper to a more digitized space, is my way of being an innovative woman. Awesome. Yes. Awesome.
Okay. So I think what makes me an innovative woman is that, as I said, I am the first in my role. And also, my creativity is what really makes me innovative. And it's something that I need every single day for this job, because my job entails content creating, and creativity plays a huge role in that.
Okay, so for me, innovation suggests applying knowledge on ways to develop new ideas and new ways of doing things. For me, I would say that I am still in the process of gathering information for that. I recently, not recently, but I completed my bachelor's in management. Yes, and so for that, I try to remain current in job-related functions. So, the fact that I'm probably armed with this information and knowledge, I hope that in due time that I could probably work with my heads of department, to craft innovative ways of doing things in the air traffic control department, well, air traffic services department. Yes.
Awesome, and that was a nice response, Darlene. I know that your role is one that is significant, and it's one that's unique. I would like you to just speak a little bit more on it. The role of the air traffic controller. I just want you to speak a little bit more on that role.
Okay, so air traffic control. Like Joe was saying, sometimes it's nice to probably put a face behind the job. Now, oftentimes, pilots and my colleagues always joke me about it. When I give instructions to pilots, they reply, yes, sir, Roger, sir, because they probably, they have the mindset that, air traffic controllers can only be male. But it's surprising that probably now we have more female air traffic controllers that you probably don't even know. At UNR, we probably have like at least 10 female air traffic controllers in the department. So for me, my responsibility as an air traffic controller, providing and maintaining a safe, orderly, and expeditious flow of air traffic. That's our motto as air traffic controllers. Safety is our chief responsibility. So no matter what we do, we give instructions to aircraft, vehicles, aircraft whether on the ground or in the air. Our main responsibility is to safely guide pilots to and from their destinations. And we do these things amidst a lot of things. Probably we have to work, whether be it under severe weather conditions, whether we have aircraft emergencies, also whether we probably have equipment malfunction. We have to do it. We have to do it. So, with air traffic control, no 2 days are the same. You may come today and think, okay, you did this that way today. Tomorrow you might think the same thing might happen, but you have to work it out a different way.
Exactly.
And probably that's one of the most enjoyable things about the job. You can work one situation in many ways. There's something one of my, I want to say favorite, but they might chop my head for this. One of my favorite supervisors, something that he likes to say, that there's a lot of ways, there are many ways to skin a cat. So just like with mathematics or anything that you do, just like with ATC, there are many different ways of working out situations. So it can be a very challenging job, but it's exciting at the same time.
Awesome. Now, speaking of your job, Darlene, I'm not done with you yet. I'm not done with Darlene as yet. Darlene doesn't get away from this. How has technology impacted the role of the air traffic controller?
What can I say? Technology. Okay, I will start by saying, let's just look at the training aspect of air traffic control. I remember when I went on training in 2017, one would probably spend at least 7 months in Trinidad for that program. That's a long time to be away from your family and to be undergoing such a course. So, it's a lot. Mentally, it's a lot. But then now, post-COVID, it has shown us, and a lot of us, it has shown us that, technology assists in, getting these programs across. So now people who go out on training now in Trinidad, you spend less time in Trinidad. So you don't necessarily have to do 7 months of training and 7 months of being away from your family. Now they start off with the online aspect. So persons get to do a number of the courses online before they actually go to Trinidad. So that's one part where technology has assisted in air traffic control. Also, we have equipment that allows us to do our jobs more effectively and efficiently. We have radar monitors, that assist you in situational awareness with your job. Well, for us, we are not a radar trained intelligence, so I cannot say to separate aircraft, but it helps us with situational awareness. So that's part of the technology that has improved air traffic control.
And I will ask the same question to Joe and to Melua. Reason being, your jobs, let's think about it. Without technology, Exactly. That is your job.
Exactly.
So how has, for Joe, I want you to just link your job and technology. I want us to have an appreciation for it. Because I think so many people are using social media, especially young people, and they don't even realize that exactly what you're doing, that they could aspire to be doing the same. So how do we link, how do we make them understand that? What would you say to the young person?
Okay, well, I mean, digital marketing wouldn't be digital marketing without social media, without the internet. So my link is, I mean, as soon as you post, the whole world gets to see it. So I guess it depends on the type of content you post. You have to be wary of what you post because everyone is seeing the content. So that's the link there.
Your job is technology.
I'm a tech person.
So just give us
my
a little
job
bit
is
more
tech.
about it. You're at SLASPA.
Uh-huh.
SLASPA is really in that is SLASPA has to get itself into that ever-evolving
Digitized
world
space, right.
and into that space. What are you doing to ensure that we get there?
Well, that's where my team comes in. So we're a team of three people. And so we're the applications development team. And what our job entails is basically to take, you know, the hard copies of stuff or stuff that we would be using notebooks and files for, and make databases and create a front end for end users to use, whether it be employees or our external customers. It just makes everything, all the processes for SLASPA easier. It digitizes the applications and makes stuff easier for us. So the link is creating or hard physical stuff and making it applications. That's my link. I don't know if it makes sense, but to me in my head it does.
I think it makes sense, Milua, and I don't think that anybody, you know, I mean, I am so proud of you for taking up that position. I mean, all of your roles sound like something that you really need to be passionate about. I think sometimes people forget about the passion that comes with doing these jobs. And about yours, Milua, I'm still here with you. Yes, you said you love your job. What is your favorite part about the job?
I don't do the same thing every day. So today I could create something and tomorrow I have to ensure that my applications are maintained, that I continue upgrading, updating my applications. I have new projects to do all the time. I have something new to continue updating my front end and just training the end users to ensure that they use the applications efficiently and to ensure that our network remains secure and that, so my job is not the same thing every day. New things come up every day. And I like the fact that it's challenging because I have to think logically all the time and solve errors. And as frustrating as it is, when something doesn't work my way, I think the joy at the end of the day of seeing that I was able to accomplish something it makes me happy. Yeah.
Now, whilst Milua was speaking, a question came to mind. Because you spoke about the challenges, and I think we can bring back challenges into this year's theme, about the biggest challenge that maybe a woman might face in the positions that you are now in. What could you say would be a challenge that maybe a woman might face, maybe Joe, being a digital communications officer and having to deal with the aspects of ensuring that things are posted on social media and people see it, or Darlene, as an air traffic controller, what can be that challenge, a challenge that a woman might face?
Well, for me, personally speaking, as a woman getting into the more technical field, I think there is a lot of pushback. Not like for me, from the people around you, like, are you sure you want to go into that field? Are you sure? What are you going? It was confusing. I did not really get the guidance in the technical field because it's such a wide space that I did not know what exactly to go into, and so I think that if I could or be a role model for the people around me, I think as a woman, what I would do is just to guide them and tell them, this is the aspect, cybersecurity, you have network, you have hardware, you can be a technician. So the guidance is what I think is challenging for a woman. Like, what should I do? What can I go into as a woman in tech? Right.
Awesome.
I could probably add a little on that point, probably not much. Like Joe and Malo were saying, with air traffic control, a lot of people think of air traffic control as a man's job. So I think I'm proud to be a woman in aviation, very much so.
Awesome.
Because look at, we had one of the first air traffic controllers, and she went on to be a airport manager, Miss Collie Marie. Currently, our manager of air traffic services is a woman, Miss Amy Charles, and I'm so glad to have Miss Amy Charles as the one leading our department. So sometimes people think of, air traffic control as probably just a man's job, and even when the pilots refer to me as sir, I laugh it off. But at the end of the day, I know at least I'm a woman in aviation, and I'm the one taking you to and from your destination safely. And I feel proud to know that I have the lives of so many people in my hands. Exactly. And at the end of the day, you have that feeling of satisfaction, probably relief too, after you've had some really challenging situations. But at the end of the day, it's all good. And it makes you proud to know that, you're the one behind that. Some people like to call us unseen heroes.
That's what it is. And I believe that you guys deserve that name. Think about it. We're in the sky and there is no air traffic controller to tell us anything. According to Maloa, period. So here's our next question. How do you plan... Oh, Joe, we've not heard Joe's answer yet.
I apologize on behalf of
Okay, to be honest, I have no pushback. 21%, statistics show that 21% of women get into digital marketing and 18% of men. So we don't have that pushback. We really do not. A lot of people do not know that digital marketing falls under technology. So women get that field under technology, so we don't feel alone. Yeah.
If there are men listening, they would be happy to hear that. But I think they should hear this part that Joe said about the stats. Just repeat it. I think that the men who's maybe listening to or watching live should hear us say, you don't think we should reiterate that statement?
I think you should, Joe.
Okay, so it's 21% for women and 18% for men.
What a number. The last time I checked, 21 was more than 18.
Exactly.
That's what it is. All right, so now, here's this question, and I really want to hear what each of you have to say. How do you plan to inspire other young persons or other young women to follow a similar path to yours?
Guess I could go first. I plan to inspire others by being a person worth emulating. Yes, I try to have encouraging words for family, friends, even persons that I do not even know. So, I like sharing my experiences with persons that I see that are probably taking a path similar to mine. I have no problem in sharing my experiences, whether good or bad. Some time ago, probably a few months ago, I had the experience of visiting my alma mater, where I got the chance to talk to the students about being an air traffic controller, what it takes to become an air traffic controller. And just to reiterate that it's not a man's job, that women can be air traffic controllers too. And it was a great experience. The children enjoyed it. I too enjoyed it. I look forward to probably doing more of those. And the children are very engaging. They ask questions. That's something that I enjoyed. So, in ways like that, I think that, that's ways you can inspire others. And with everything that I do, I tell persons, I like to leave them with that little line. That's my favorite line. If I can do it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Yes.
Similar to what Darling said, I think that just being a role model and being a woman in tech, showing women that it is possible to go into that field and just providing the guidance, because I do have experience in youth development and that sort of field, and so I was given the opportunity to train young persons in coding and give them exposure and help them see that, figure out whether they actually want to go into the field and what it entails. And so just sticking down that path of guiding young persons, whether it be male or female, hopefully more women come along, and just providing the support as well, because I think that yes, it's important to be self-motivated, but sometimes you just need someone to tell you that yes, you can do it, or just do this, or go do this subject, or do this course, and maybe you should do this in the next 2 years. Just having that little voice behind you, pushing you. I think that that's the role that I want to take when it comes to guiding younger persons and women.
So what I can do to inspire others is to just speak to anyone interested in social media, probably entrepreneurs. I think it's important for entrepreneurs especially to take a course in digital marketing, because it could really beef up your page, your brand, let people get to know you. So, yeah.
Joe, you just tempted me to ask you a question. She was speaking about the entrepreneurs thing, and you just hit me. That we should probably, Joe, you're right. When you think about the entrepreneur, you do think about innovation. Entrepreneurs are usually innovators. I think that is just a natural thing that comes with them. But you spoke about the importance of having that maybe a course in digital marketing. Yeah. I want you to just maybe speak about the importance of social media. For the brand, but the importance of it, because so many times people use social media for something that is not, they do what they want with it. So if you could speak on the importance of it to give us a new appreciation of what social media can be used for.
Okay, so I think social media is important, and I'm going to speak about the brand. It puts the company out there. Also, let's say there's a negative connotation for a brand. You could change the audience's perspective of the brand with the content that you put out. So, yes, I think that's what it does. Yeah.
I think any of you can answer that question. So we all use social media. Yes, and just to add to Joe's point, young people, as you can see, it's a panel of young people. All young people are on all social media, be it Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you have it. That's the perfect place to share your brand, to advertise market your brand, for lack of a better word, the best place to do it. And you find that a lot of things are being done online. So Joe is probably in the right field, because everybody does everything online.
Exactly.
Even simple things like doing a transaction at the bank. I don't take the line. You just do online transfers. Just yesterday, I bought something from my friend, and that's how I paid her. Just check your account. So that's the way to go.
I think also with social media, well, for me, personally, when I want to get more information about a brand, I go to social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram. And so I think that learning about social media, whether it be a more older company or a company that's just starting off, is very important. And even putting your products out there, whatever services you have, most of the stuff that I buy, whether it be local or international or overseas, small businesses, I do business through DMs, direct messages. I will DM you and tell me more about this product, and they will tell me this, and then you just got a new customer right there through social media. Yeah, so I think it's very important.
Okay, ladies, so it looks like we're coming to the end. I'm very sad. I feel like we could talk a little bit more. I think our discussion was nice. Don't you think so? All right, but I just want to ask you if you have any final words to say before we close.
Well, in closing, I could probably say, for the women who want to join air traffic services, look at me. I'm here. I've been there from 2017, and I'm still here. So if I could do it, like I said, you could do it. And what else can I say? Happy Women's Day to all of you.
For me, something that has been playing on my mind when it comes to this panel, I think that women are very self-motivational, is that a word? Self-motivating generally speaking. And I think that narrative has been pushed a lot in the past couple of years. But I think that what women need to hear is it's okay to get support.
Yes.
and it's okay to get guidance from the people around you. You don't have to do it all on your own. And I think that's something that I had to learn because I hated the fact that I did not know everything that I needed to know. And asking the questions and getting the support for me was like, should I be getting this? Shouldn't I be doing it on my own? I don't want to. But it's okay to get guidance. It's okay for somebody to push you. It's okay for you to ask questions and ask for help. Just, you have to do what you have to do as a woman to get to where you have to go. And so ask for the support if you need it. Ask for the guidance if you need it. And it's okay, you're not less of a woman if you get supported to get to the place that you are.
Okay, to end, I'll just say that I want to speak to the young persons out there interested in social media, interested in content creation, to let them know that there are career paths in corporations that they could get to. It's available. Like, look at me. Yeah.
One happy Women's Day.
Yes, happy Women's Day.
Happy Women's Day. And my ladies, I'm so glad that you guys joined me. I think we need to do another session of this. I think our live audience would say the same. Please comment. Please comment. Let us know if you want some more.
That's my team right there.
And let us know if you want some more. Thank you.
Thank you.
By that applause, we will definitely
Thank you.
definitely have a discussion like this again. And I think it was such a pleasure and an honor. It is indeed an honor just speaking with you guys and understanding the roles that you play at SLASPA. And I will say that I'm proud of you guys. And on behalf of the authority, I want to thank you guys for your achievements here and the work that you guys do. Because if we remove the Darlenes, the Maluas, and the Joes, who will get this job done? So it is such a pleasure to have people like you on the team. And I do hope for the persons who are listening out there that you have received the inspiration to aspire for even greater things, to become like them, to even become greater as well, just because of the stories that they've told. So on behalf of all of us, I just want to shout together, we're going to say Happy International Women's Day. Is that okay?
Oh, that's fine.
I don't think SLASPA will be bothered with it, but I think the women online will really appreciate it. Okay. So after three, we're going to go 1, 2, 3.
Happy International
Women's Day.
No, we have to say that again. We have to say all the words. Happy International Women's Day. 1, 2, 3.
Happy International Women's Day.